up, Taiwan? I'm Brossard with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Reservoirs throughout Taiwan are running out of water amid a historic drought. This has led to water supplies being limited in some areas, with work being carried out in preparation for when the rain does return. John Van Trieste has this report.
All down Taiwan's west coast, one reservoir after another is running dry. There's been little rainfall over the past year, and the big cities that dot the region are starting to feel the effect. In a large area, authorities are lowering water pressure overnight to save what's left. The tech hub of Hsinchu and Taiwan's second most populous city, Taichung, are both in this area. In the far south, where the situation is worst, the city of Kaohsiung is set to scale back the amount of water it supplies to residents from March 30th. The goal for now is to keep reserves stable through to the early summer, when officials hope relief will come during the rainy season.
那这个准备呢，就是预估如果台风都没有来，那这个春雨的情形不是很理想。那我们怎么样度过到5月底之前的这样的一个枯水期？
But no one can be sure when rain will finally arrive.
目前预判5月份的梅雨，那么是不确定的。那7、8月的台风也还没有确定，所以我想是必须采取比较严格的标准进行抗旱。
Officials have resorted to tapping into groundwater and sending desalination units to Kaohsiung. The Army has also stepped in to help dredge one of the worst-hit reservoirs, where water levels are just over 11%, to raise capacity for when rain does come.
政府水库正处于比较低的水位，我们进行加强水库的一个清淤，大概30万立方公尺，大概在5月中旬左右。水库清淤的工作是不能够停的。
The work encountered problems on Wednesday when a vehicle used by the dredging team overturned and injured 2 soldiers. There is some rain forecast over the next week in some of the affected areas, but with most of the region's reservoirs down to under 40%, a full recovery is still a long way off. Alex Chen and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's armed forces are conducting coastal defense exercises designed to protect the country from amphibious attacks. The drills were held on Zhuwei Beach in the northern city of Taoyuan early on Thursday morning. Military officials say this beach is important because of how close it is to the country's largest airport. The drills saw Marines and amphibious landing craft practicing pushing back enemy forces. Taiwan's military is currently conducting a week of combat readiness exercises across the country. These are due to end on Friday. A Taiwanese fugitive who spent 21 years on the run has been handed over to authorities in Taiwan after he was arrested in the Philippines. Chen Jianning was sentenced to 9 years in prison by a Taiwan court in 2002 for abduction and extortion. He had been at large since then. The 54-year-old was arrested in Manila earlier this month for illegal weapons possession. Philippine police say they seized 85 firearms from Chen and his associates. The weapons were reportedly intended to be smuggled into Taiwan. Chen will be turned over to authorities in the southwestern city of Chiayi, where he is set to serve out his sentence. Taipei Fashion Week 2023 kicked off on Wednesday. The much-awaited event features new styles for the fall and winter seasons. This is the 6th year of the fashion show. For the first time, the opening ceremony was held in Tainan in southern Taiwan. There, models showed off unique, culturally inspired designs at the historic Nankunshan Daitian Temple. This year's event features a combination of traditional performance, craftsmanship, and fashion. The opening showcased a total of 70 collaborations by designers and traditional artists.
我们一直希望我们设计师的魔法像魔法师一样，把台湾的文化带到国际。那如果能够经过艺术家跟时尚设计师的转化，能够让老百姓去感受我们传统的美好以及时尚的美好，那这个2个的结合，我相信是一个新的尝试。
Our reporter Sandy Chi was at the Taipei Fashion Week opening. Tune in later today for a closer look at this event. There's a nationwide shortage of eggs in Taiwan, a problem the government is trying to address. But animal rights advocates say the answer to having more and better quality eggs lies in paying attention to animal welfare. Harel Hughes has the story.
Happy chickens make tastier eggs. Or at least, that's what Taipei Zoo says. The zoo recently opened the Happy Chicken Village enclosure to promote animal welfare. Visitors can see the difference in production between free-range and caged eggs. Animal rights groups say this type of open-air approach is the way to go.
这么小的地方塞2只、塞3只，那你想想看，第一个它母鸡死亡率会高，第二个它非常紧迫嘛，它紧迫当然就不容易下蛋。那再加上禽流感、气候变迁、温差变很大，造成我们的整个蛋量的下降。
Taiwan is already low on eggs. The country's Council of Agriculture says eliminating cage production will only make the shortage worse. But East Taiwan points out that free-range chicken farming can yield production rates as high as 80 to 90%. Meanwhile, domestic cage production is only around 50 to 60%. There's also the question of price. Free-range eggs used to be more expensive because they required more labor in smaller operations. But now, both free-range and caged eggs are more or less equal in price. Visitors at the zoo agreed if there was not much difference in what they pay for eggs, they would choose to buy free-range.
如果经济许可的话，可以。如果价格没有差很多的话，可以。
Regardless of price or production, the Happy Chicken Village is the place for chickens to roam, bask in the sun, and also lay tastier eggs. Rick E. and Harrell Hughes for TaiwanPlus.
South Korean girl band Maeve looks like any other K-pop group, but there is one big difference. Louise Watt explains.
They look like a classic South Korean K-pop band, except they don't exist. Not in the real world, anyway. The 4 members of the band Maeve are computer-generated.
둘, 셋. Make new wave. 안녕하세요, 메이브입니다.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, creates their facial expressions, and performance capture technology generates body movement and movement in their clothing and hair. But the virtual band's fame has reached the real world after their debut single was played on a South Korean music show. A clip on YouTube has been viewed more than 3 million times. And now Maeve's creators are posting greeting videos and photos on social media to draw in fans from all over the world. Maeve's band members can also speak English, French, and Indonesian. K-pop is one of South Korea's most lucrative soft power exports. Maeve is one example of how the industry is now moving onto the metaverse, a shared virtual reality space.
K-pop 팬들이 지난 코로나 팬데믹 때 비대면으로 K-pop 문화를 소비할 수 있는, 온라인으로 소비할 수 있는 시스템에 굉장히 익숙해져 있고 또 온라인 공간에 굉장히 많이 머무르는 특징을 가지고 있기 때문에 가상 아이돌에 관심도 많고 또 어떠한 노래와 퍼포먼스를 보여줄지에 대해서 기대를 하고 있다라고 생각을 합니다.
Maeve's creators are experimenting with the metaverse when the fledgling industry faces uncertainty. One of the leading developers, Meta, which owns Facebook, has spent billions trying to build this future version of the internet, but now says its top priority is AI. And in South Korea, the Seoul government's ambition to become the first city to join the metaverse has seen slow progress. K-pop fans are also not quite too sure what to make of a virtual band.
메이브를 처음 봤는데 사람인지 가상 인물인지 조금 헷갈릴 정도로 현실감을 잘 구현한 것 같고 되게 신기했고 저희도 친구들이랑 메타버스 많이 이용하고 있어서 친숙한 느낌이라 저도 같이 팬이 될 수 있을 것 같아요.
Right now, it's unclear whether computer-generated bands like Maeve will fade away, or whether they're offering a glimpse into the music industry's future. Damon Lin and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally, today we leave you with images of cherry blossoms blooming in Washington, D.C. I'm Philip Brossard. Take care, and we'll see you next time.